Right, yeah. Fucking sunny today. I'm on Twitch. I switched up the controllers. So I felt like using the GameCube one for a little bit. It's pretty great. It just seemed like a good game to use it on, as all. Nothing personal. Love my Dikembe controller. Cool. We're ready to go. Welcome everybody to part 2 of in NBA Courtside, or actually, as the title screen says, Kobe Bryant NBA Courtside. They didn't seem to make much of a decision on that, I guess, because you'll also see this referred to as just NBA Courtside. Kobe Bryant's NBA Courtside, Kobe Bryant in NBA Courtside, all those, and then Courtside 2 is just called Courtside 2 or NBA Courtside 2 with Kobe Bryant or featuring Kobe Bryant. That's weird. But we're back. I waited until I've been, going all through the season. I actually can't start the season mode. I have to go to playoffs. And this is where we're at. So the game was we did a 13-game season. Yeah, a 13-game season, which was the shortest season available at the time, which is what I go for when I start the seasons. I didn't skip a single game. I'm actually pretty proud of that, even though, yes, there were only 13 games in the season. I didn't even realize when I was thinking about it, it says 13 or 14 game season. The reason it's 13 or 14 is because when you select that short of a season mode, depending on what team you pick, you play every other team in that conference one time. So I have actually not played a single Eastern team the whole time. The only game I'll play against a non-Western Conference team is going to be the finals, if I assume I'm going to win this game against Minnesota. I haven't, completely dominated. I didn't go undefeated or anything like that. My record was 9-4. I lost a couple towards the middle, around the middle of the season. I don't know what I did. I just started being real silly, I guess. I had to learn. I definitely had to learn a couple different things, and I'll show those specifically, new things I found. There we go. Good start. Yeah. I'll say that one thing that was good about this game was that I mean, as I started playing, I definitely got better at the game, and I figured out more and more things. I started to work into the game. One thing I think I mentioned, I didn't like. Fuck it, go for it. Yeah, there we go, Kobe. I didn't. I was trying to figure out how to do crossovers and stuff, do little juke moves, because that's what I'm used to when I play NBA Street or even NBA Jam. You do the little shake 'em off thing. 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes. So I was basically my whole nice. Kobe's on fire. My whole thing was okay, I need to figure out how to just basically beat somebody dribbling. And C left, I don't know if I found it during the last video, but C left is the little special dribble, crossover, whatever your guy does button. I just tried to do it right there and it didn't work. That's a theme that I've found with that. It doesn't really do much. Yeah, fucking Eddie Jones trying to dribble around somebody, you get into the paint. Nothing really happens. He just kind of runs into him, and then you get that whole collision detection thing that I talked about. That like I said is not. It's about as good as you expect it to be from this time. It's not as bad as NBA in the zone. Just about everything about this game is at least a little bit better than in the zone. If they fuck up the gameplay as bad as they did with that it ages so poorly, at the very least I'd like to be able to say, well, you can do this or this or this in NBA in the zone, but both these games kind of had a very, very slim set of features. There's definitely a lot more in later games in both series. I don't know if they're going to beat EA on that front, because I think EA is really the company that did the best job. There we go. They did the best job with features and stuff. But I think what I've decided is that this is a unique point at the sports game thing, where what I'm thinking is, okay, this game's actually pretty good. At this point, I'll say it's the best game on the best basketball one, or this, or NBA Courtside 2, the best basketball game on the system. But I'm looking forward to having it be dethroned from that position. I think it's really cool to think about it that way. If a game at this point, you know, really impresses me, and I say, all right, this is a really good, fuck you, Stephon Marbury. If I think about it like, yeah, Courtside is really good. It's still worth playing. You know, you can't go wrong with this one if you pick this one. But it's not amazing. It's not the best basketball game ever. And I don't know if it's the best basketball game on the 64. So I look forward to having its title challenged in the future. Because there's a bunch of basketball games, not counting the arcadey ones, which are amazing. I look forward to seeing other games that can compete with it. Whether it's just this sequel, the live games, the other NBA in the zone games, there's a couple of them. So that'll be cool. It'll be cool to see. Here we go, Eddie Jones. Driving. There's a very specific point at which when you're in the paint, that you go up and they actually go for a dunk. I think it might also need the sort of like little turbo to be able to work. There you go, nice. One thing I did... Go for it! Yeah, there we go. One thing that I did was, at some point I tried to have them call more fouls, because I'll say this. There are, like, I've been to the free throw line one time, and it's not a free throw style of free throw mechanic that you can just jump right into and figure out the first time, because what you do is you press B and then you have to line up a cursor basically with the actual net before he gets the shot off, and it's tough to figure out the feel and the timing, because obviously it's going to be different for every player. So basically, if I had been to the line with Shaq, it would have been just flying all over the place. I would have been hopeless. Fuck. That was the worst. That was the first time I've done that today. If I had gone to the line with Shaq that first time, it would have been absolutely hopeless. I did go to the line with somebody else who didn't seem to be great at shooting free throws, because I did miss both of them. But I have not had a chance to figure out if it was me or if it was the person I was shooting with, because I've only been to the free throw line that one time. They never foul me. I very, very rarely. Sometimes I get charged because I'll have my guy standing in front of them while they're trying to dribble, and it'll just happen that way. But as far as like shooting fouls, I never get fouled on a shot. It's ridiculous. And at one point, I tried to increase the amount of fouls that get called in the game, just because I was like, all right, can you just even it out a little bit? And all it did was just make me commit more fouls. I still didn't get fouled. So I was a little upset with that. That's one thing I'll say is really, really bad. But if you'd like to play a game that doesn't really have a whole lot of fouls called in it, I can totally see that being an appeal. It just will suck when you actually do get fouled and you have no idea what the fuck you're doing because you don't have any experience with it. So here's the thing with I've definitely gotten better at this game since I've been playing it since I started. And basically it comes down to learning the shooting mechanics and also learning to not do stupid things. This game really seems to be really trying to force you into using the different strategies and call different plays. It literally calls plays for you all the time. You might notice it happen at the top of the screen when you take possession of the ball. It'll say, like, Lakers called so-and-so. Like, it'll be on auto like that. I don't really care. I'm not paying attention. I don't really know what's happening. But as far as, like, doing stupid things, my shot percentage has basically doubled from the point at which I was losing games. I mean, I lost some embarrassing games, too. Like, I lost to the Grizzlies. and I lost to, I think, the two worst teams in the league, or at least in the Western Conference. I lost to the Grizzlies, and who was it? Somebody fucking bad. I think I lost to the Kings and the Clippers. I lost to the Grizzlies and the Clippers, which was really embarrassing. And when I would look at my percentages at the end of the game, because everything is based on averages and percentages with basketball stats, I would look and I would be at like 37%, like 375 for my field goal percentage, and even less than that for my 3-point percentage. It was bad. And that's all it was like I was bad at shooting and I was taking bad shots. And that I really, really learned at getting better at that, taking better shots, and also learning the timing really well. So, I mean, I'll still have those shots that I take that are bad with certain people, like people I shouldn't be taking shots with. There's also this thing that happens when you're down around the baseline, and like the tall guys are going for the rebounds, the center and your forwards are up there, and they're going for rebounds, that you have to be in a very specific spot, not directly under the backboard or underneath the net, or else they'll just kind of like bang their head. It looks really goofy. But I definitely missed my fair share of field goals that way, from them trying to shoot it and just like banging their head on the rim. You have to pass it out to somebody and have them take a shot. And by that point, usually you'll have a decent shot because they'll be right outside the rim. Damn, I'm fucking owning these guys today. There they are. I've only done that once before and really kept people from scoring for a long time. And just like that, immediately after the graphic came up, they scored. Probably because I looked at the graphic and stopped paying attention. And just let them walk right in. But yeah, I've also learned to basically force bad shots on them, or don't let them take the easy shots. Don't let them just, don't hand them the easy shots, the good shots. And on offense, take different routes to the net, like know how to dribble. It's all stuff that you definitely learn as you play, as opposed to in the zone where it was like, I still was dealing with the horrible collision detection. I was still dealing with the fact that steal and block didn't really seem effective. Still dealing with the fact that I couldn't, just dribbling seemed like a chore. I was really not a fan of it. And every game felt the same because I was just like, alright, go take a shot. And then, it'd be a shootout, basically. Son of a bitch, Open Campbell. Yeah, see, right there, I actually, I'm still bad at playing defense in this game. I can't really get up on somebody and defend against them. I'm not good at that part, but I am good at it's kind of like hockey where I'm a little bit better at positioning everybody. So, I had somebody right in the paint right there. And I could be talking on my ass right now because I really don't know basketball. But it was like, okay, I saw him. He's going to drive right up to me. I'm going to go up there and make him, not get in close. So he took the shot and he missed the shot because it wasn't as easy. So I definitely, before would not have been able to do that shit. I would have, probably ran up and tried to steal it from him and he would have just dribbled around me and dunked it. So there's that. I'm waiting for a good time to debut one of my favorite animations in this whole game. Because it's just the goofiest looking fucking thing. Oh, that too. I still don't like when I do that, but that's partially why. So I may have mentioned that the R button is to kind of hunker down and cover somebody. Fuck. Yeah. The R button is to get down and cover somebody. If you hold R, the first time I saw this, I laughed my ass off, and I thought that I had turbo held down at the time. It turns out I didn't. I was trying to do it again. Son of a bitch. Alright, next time I don't have the ball. On the other hand, when you're on offense, R will kind of play like this. So I've actually learned to use that. I was going to say something about that when I was talking about doing the dribbling, like the crossovers and the moves. Way more effective than like a crossover dribble is the ability to... There you go. Oh, there you go. Is the ability to kind of like spin if you kind of do that like rapidly. They do it all the time. Like Stephon Marbury literally just did it right there. It's good because like depending on which way you're holding the control stick, they'll, you know, it kind of just does it automatically. A little spin move. But here we go. This is one of my favorite things. Damn it! People get in his fucking way. Now I have to do it.
Stanley Roberts with the assist.
Get up there. Fucking dunk it, man. Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright. Look, is that Kobe? He just fucking jogs backwards. I think that's hilarious. That is one of the best animations I've ever seen. I don't know, maybe it doesn't look as good when I do it on the stream, but the first time I did that, I thought it was hilarious. I was like, that's just brilliant. Oh, fucking hell. Moving backwards, and then they'll all do it. It's like rapid, like, you saw, it's like you walked into the room and saw people, like, making out, and you were like, oh shit. Awkward, but did it at, like, your fucking rapid speed. Ah, fuck. Oh my god, fuck. Eh. Fucking short people trying to get on rebounds. Alright. This was actually a pretty low scoring game for what I've been doing lately. That's alright though. I think it's because I really dropped off being able to score in the last couple of quarters. Check out the box score.
The final score is
yeah, definitely. So this is something that I noticed I was also doing. I would end up getting completely like wrecked on scoring past the first or second quarter. So I would have games where I was like, I maybe scored like 20 points in the first quarter, and then probably like 10 in the second, and then the third and fourth quarter, I scored like nothing. I did absolutely nothing. The difference with this is that I've also learned how to play defense a little bit better. So you can see, even though like they actually took more shots than me, which never happens, but their field goal percentage and their three-point percentage is awful. You have 34% and 16% for their field goal percentage. I'm above 500, and then I'm close to 500 for my 3 points. There's certain guys on my team that I've learned are very, very good at shooting threes. Eddie Jones is really, really good at it. He's been my top scorer, actually, not Kobe. Not Kobe and not Rick Fox and not Shaq. Shaq is really good for rebounds. He's amazing at rebounds. I swear to God, he gets like... If I looked at the... You know what? I'm going to look at the stats. Go to the main menu, look at the stats, and see how things are. Yeah. Eddie Jones and Kobe Bryant have been lighting it up. And... Yeah, that's not going to happen. No. Oh, this is for the playoffs, huh? Damn. I don't want playoff leaders. I want fucking... Well, whatever. Fucking Shaq. Shaq, he gets blocked sometimes. Mostly it's rebounds. He's amazing with rebounds. He's not up here, though, for this. At one point, he was getting like 7 to 10 rebounds per game. It's damn good. Very, very valuable. Yeah. No, he's a... Alright. Reggie Miller. Alright, so this is it. This is for all the marbles. This is the championship game. I'm not doing more than one game for the playoffs. I mean, I did literally a 13-game season mode. I'm not about to... Oh, that's cool. That's a good court design for the basic thing. I'm not, like I said, I don't follow basketball. I don't know that they have that all the time. Son of a bitch. Fucking jog backwards. Get out of here. No. Oh, you son. Alright, let's take this seriously. There we go.
For 2. Robert Ory with the assist.
Backwards. Hey! Yeah, it's funny. Shaq also gets steals a lot because he does that all the time. He doesn't go in and like swipe the ball, but he gets in people's way. More steals come out of this game from just intercepting passes than even close to what happens from guys getting in close and stealing it, and grabbing the ball from somebody. It still happens, but I get really worried about doing it because it's like I get a lot of fouls that way. I've never had like a serious foul problem because I don't know if you noticed like they did for Rick Fox when I got 2 fouls on him right away from trying to fucking swipe the ball. Ah, come on. There we go. Oh, that was beautiful. Boom shakalaka. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Fuck yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, they took Rick Fox out for me because he got 2 fouls right after the opening tip. They're as good as they are with changing up strategies and shit. They're also really on top of things with the computer switching out your guys that are either tired, which is actually another thing that they're either tired or they get fouls on them, and they're good at swapping them out like that. There we go. I really like the way that the fatigue is done in this game. So if you notice in the top left, that's the sort of like turbo bar, etc. You also need the turbo to be up to do things like try and steal the ball, to do your little crossover dribbles like that. Ah, you should have stuck. You should have kept driving, Hori. That's fine. Now I'm back up to 10. That's good. Hey, there we go. Nice fucking play. Oh, wide open. You son of a bitch, Eddie Jones. I can't yell at you. You're my top scorer. But damn, dude, you gotta put those in.
Dale
I forgot what I was gonna say. Dug it!
Shaquille O'Neal, 2 points.
Beautiful. Man.
Substitution for the LA Lakers.
Here, Rick Fox back in. I don't need Rick Fox. I have fucking Robert Ory. It's fine. Speaking of which, Robert Ory. When you're at home, the announcer gets really into it to announce everybody's name when they score a basket. He says some people's names really, really well. Robert Ory was the #1 person because he would go, Robert Ory! I don't know why I specifically remember that. Like, he would say, Kobe Bryant! You know, he says most people's names fairly normally, but, the way he picks up on his last name, Robert Ory! I was like, I don't know if the guy who was doing this had fun in the recording booth, or if he just, like, they wrote out some inflections for him that way. Yeah, right there. You can imagine that the people would get really excited to hear Reggie Miller's name get called out 15, 20 times a game, obviously. Motherfucker. Just like in every... Fuck. Yeah. I still do that every once in a while. Sometimes I don't process things fast enough when they're happening, and I end up pressing buttons before I should. Obviously, you did not want to take a shot from the other end of the court. We're fucking catching up, huh? Because I do stupid things sometimes. I'm still not immune to doing stupid things in this game. Shoot. Shoot, Eddie. Oh, god damn it, Eddie. Yeah, there we go. Move. Oh, shit.
Eddie Jones.
Man, I thought I was going to be able to dunk that. Yeah. And obviously, when you're the away team, they don't get too excited to announce your name when you score. Go, Eddie Jones. 2 points. He's like the announcer, because it's the same announcer in every arena. It doesn't matter who it is. He just sounds like the most Like, he's holding it against the person who scored so hard. Eddie Jones, 2 points. Fucking piece of shit. Shaquille O'Neal. Rick Smith!
With the assist.
Even for announcing assists, he doesn't sound all that excited.
Eddie Jones.
Yeah, I need to start
for
draining
3
threes.
points.
That's what you're put here to do, Eddie. Start draining threes, buddy. Oh, Eddie Jones.
Dale Davis.
Kobe Bryant for 2. Drain it.
Eddie
There we
Jones
go.
For 3.
Wish, motherfucker. Like, how you supposed to deal with that? They don't know. They got nothing. They ain't got shit. But Eddie Jones just sitting back there draining threes all night.
Mark Jackson. Substitution for the LA Lakers. Substitution for Indiana.
Steph Curry. I also really like Nick Van Exel. I don't know why. I like to use guys in basketball games that are really short and for the most part can shoot. So that, like, if I was making a team, like, besides Shaq, I'd have Shaq be like my one big dude. I'd draft Kobe Bryant, I'd draft Nick Van Exel, I'd draft Jason Kidd, I'd draft Spud Webb, for God's sake. Like, that's just like the kind of guy that I would pick on my basketball team. Like, I'd want all short dudes in Shaq.
24.
No fucking Hakeem Olajuwon on my team. That spot's already been taken. Actually, you know who has the absolute most massive model in this whole game is David Robinson from the Spurs. I couldn't help but notice when I was playing the Spurs, because I played them twice. Obviously, they made it to the playoffs. They had David Robinson and Tim Duncan, so naturally they made it. Shaq is a big dude, and I would see him standing next to David Robinson, and David Robinson was like wide and really, really tall. He was huge. Like, he was way bigger than everybody else on the court. It was hilarious. Even Tim Duncan, he was bigger than Tim Duncan. He was bigger than Shaq. Oh, nice block. Some little spin move. Oh shit! Tried to pass it.
Substitution for the LA
Nice.
Lakers.
Nice.
Rick
You don't even know what happened.
for 2
You don't know what happened. Pass to Rick Fox, he
Shaquille
drains it.
O'Neal with the assist.
2 seconds. 2 seconds, he's going back up court. We ain't competing. We ain't got shit.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
That's a great pass. How did I not just swipe that right out of the air? It's like, oh, you just popped it up for me. Fuck. Man.
Kobe Bryant.
No call for charging on Kobe, just let him take the shot. He got nothing. Fuck. That's I'll say one thing I don't like that. I like the camera angles in theory, but they switch up the camera angles. That's one of those things that they do that I don't Duck! Oh, you suck! That's one of the things that they do that I like the idea of it, but it doesn't really work in practice, is when they go to that low baseline angle, it throws off my controls and it throws off, like, how I perceive the game sometimes. Really fucks me up. So that's it. Probably more than anything. There we go. Sweet feet with the dunk. And more than anything is what leads to a lot of those, like, I didn't process what was happening fast enough to not do what I did. So, like, a lot of times, like, I won't be able to catch the fact that there's a rebound, or like, if I got a defensive rebound, I'd probably, like, I'll hit B to shoot it, when really what I want to do is jump again. Because I have a fucking... What's this going on? Hey, nail. No, go away. Sorry. Just get in the way. Can't do nothing. Yeah. You know, Steph Curry on this team. Oh, okay.
Makes the basket.
He worries me when he does that now. It's like he's not even consistent in like getting layups. He's more consistent with three-pointers than he is laying it up. Alright.
At the end of the third quarter, it is the Los Angeles Lakers. 34,
Alright. Let's play smart. Finish this off.
24.
Shut the door.
Substitution for
So on and
Indiana.
so forth. Don't do anything stupid. What are you gonna do? Pump fake. Oh shit. Shoot it! Sweet feet!
Box, 3
Oh.
points.
Damn. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Fuck. Ha! Nice job. They do that all the time when they're down there, down by the rim. They'll put it either on the side of the backboard or the back of it. Just go out of bounds on them.
Bryant
Oh,
for
that's
3.
beautiful. That was awesome. Thing of beauty. Back up. Backing up. Backing up.
Chris Mullen.
And nothing.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Shoot it! He missed. Naturally. I did make a 3 with him in one of my last couple games. I was amazed.
Foul on Eddie Jones.
I was like, that's not supposed to happen. I did it by accident. I thought he was somebody else. But I ended up putting up a 3 with Shaq, and he made it. I was like, that's not supposed to happen. This game's broken. Get it!
Eddie Jones,
There you go.
2 points.
Like I said, there's a very specific point that you have to press B while you're driving to the net that they'll actually dunk. But it's alright if you miss up the timing because they'll still put the shot up. Usually be fine. Ah, come on! How did I not get that rebound? Closing minute. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to me? That's probably not even a
Kobe
3.
Bryant for 3.
That was a 3. You made it. Backing up. I am way too overzealous with the B button when I go to block shots. That is my worst area. My worst area specifically is defense. Like, when I'm on defense, I just have this idea that I need to make something happen rather than prevent them from doing anything right. I work so hard at it. Like, it really, I'm like, alright, well, I've gotten better at just positioning people, but when I get them into that position, I have this thing like, okay, man, I need to do something. I need to block the shot. Like, I did. It's not to say I did it right there. Like, even just then, like, I shouldn't have pressed anything. It's like, for some reason, it's like, even if I do that, it's like I think I'm gonna fake them out or something. Drains it.
2 points.
Beautiful.
Eddie Jones with the assist.
Backing up. Backing up. Yeah. Just stand under the rim and jump in the air a bunch of times when he shoots it.
Dale Davis with
That's
the
how
assist.
rebounding works. So you get good at it. Cap this off to, I was gonna say have him fucking dunk it. Nothing like that for Sweet Feet, but we got it. Doesn't matter. We won.
The final score is the Los Angeles Lakers.
Nice.
39, Indiana.
Nice.
35.
Again, field goal percentage and 3-point percentage way better than it was when I was losing games. 564 and 500 even. Happy with that. And there is much less. Well, not much less. A little bit less. Only 2 rebounds, but he had 3 blocks in that game. That's amazing. Because where he was the player of the game, he should not have been player of the game just for getting 3 blocks. Alright, now we get credits. I don't need to watch the credits. Alright, that's it. that's Kobe Bryant in NBA Courtside. So far, what I recommend for basketball games. I'm very, very excited to get to the next game. It's going to be Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, the 3D one. Really, really excited about that one. It's supposed to be fantastic. I remember it being fantastic from the little bit I played. I will catch you with that one next time. Hopefully soon. I'd really like to play it. But, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.